Hello everyone, I just tried to record a video and I ended up deleting the file. Oh boy, am I smart. But here I am, re-recording it on the same day. I'm not that pissed because, I mean, I probably spent 30 minutes on the video by now. It didn't take that long, and this probably won't take that long either. But I decided that I would tell a story because I've been watching a lot of YouTubers that tell life stories. I don't know why they call them that. I mean, that's pretty dumb. I mean, it's just a story. You can just call it a story. But anyways, this is a story about a kid I met at Guitar Center. So, get excited. This is a different video. This is a different type of video than I normally do. So, hopefully you like this. I mean, if you do, then tell me. I mean, I don't have that many interesting stories. But, you know, I thought I would just tell this one because this happened to be recently, 2 days ago. So, I thought it would be interesting to tell. So, my sister and a friend decided to go to the mall together. And my mom decided to bring me along to drop her off. And my mom decided that we would go there, drop her off, eat lunch, and then my mom would go to a store that she wanted to go to. And then after that, she would let me go to the local music store, Guitar Center, of course, and just let me look around in there. Because I mean, I love just, you know, picking up the guitars and playing them out. I didn't plan on buying anything, and I didn't buy anything. So yeah, she went to that place that she wanted to go to. I think it took around an hour for her to finish, but I don't know. And then we went to the music store, and I just and it was quite enjoyable. But I walked in there, and everyone was sitting there playing different instruments at different keys and at different speeds and beats per minute. But everyone was playing pretty quietly, so it wasn't that hectic. But I mean, if you were to really listen close, I guess you could say that it was hectic. But at a certain point, after playing around with some of the instruments, I'm showing my mom something on the used guitar area, and I was showing her something, and this random guy walks up to me and is like, "Oh yeah, mahogany fretboards. Yeah, the mahogany fretboards suck. They aren't as sharp as rosewood fretboards. Make sure you get a rosewood fretboard guitar." I was like, "Okay, thanks." And then he leaves, and it was the most random thing, because first of all, he didn't even work at Guitar Center. He was just a kid that was around my age, walked up to me and told me about fretboards. And by the way, there's no such thing as a mahogany fretboard. There are rosewood fretboards, there are maple fretboards, and then there are ebony fretboards. There's no such thing as mahogany fretboard. But okay, yeah. But anyways, that was sort of a weird encounter, but I said thanks. This kid, I don't know, he was one of those people that had, his eyes were like, he was one of those people that his eyes were almost constantly super wide open, and his lips were sort of big and almost puckered or whatever. And he had a tank top on, and it wasn't like kind of tank top that you wear when it's hot outside or whatever. No, it was the kind of tank top that you wear underneath your shirt. So it was like he just walking around and he took off his shirt at a certain point. I don't remember what kind of pants he was wearing, and then he was wearing like these weird boot sandal things. I don't know, strange looking guy. So I grabbed one of the guitars, and I plug it in, and I'm trying to figure out the amp and everything. And then that guy plugs in his guitar right near me, and he turns it up really loud and just starts shredding. Like, you would have thought that Eddie Van Halen would just walked into the room, started shredding like a new Eruption 2. But yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone got pissed at that point, even the actual employees. Like oh god, it's that guy, the guy that goes in, wants to show off to everyone how good he is at guitar. Because remember, like I said, everyone, even the young people, they all had the amps and the guitars turned down very low, you know, just low enough for themselves to hear it. And most of them were playing pretty slowly, and there was that guy, you know, shredding, just obviously trying to show off to everyone. And even worse, like, I was playing, and he's staring right at me, like, oh god, like he's doing this because of me. And so, like, I sort of moved to the side a little bit. I didn't want to have an encounter with him. So at a certain point, like, I picked up a guitar, and I happened to be right near him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that guitar's good. It has a rosewood fretboard, not a mahogany one." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he starts having a conversation with me. He's communicating with me. So he sort of had to try to keep the conversation at a I'm trying to help you level, instead of, you know, I was trying to, you know, have a relatable conversation, like, oh yeah, we both play guitars, you know, we can relate to each other. But no, he wanted to keep it at the sort of like teacher and student, or Guitar Center employee and customer, young customer level of a conversation. He was quite stubborn about it. I think the reason why he wanted to keep it at that level of a conversation, like he's telling me things and I'm being informed. I think the reason why I wanted to keep it at that level of a conversation was because I'm almost positive that he wanted to show off, like just like how he was playing guitar really loudly. He just wanted to show off and show to me specifically, that he was better than me, which is not a good thing to do, especially if you're trying to help out someone. Which, like I said, I don't think he's trying to help me out. I think he just wanted to show that he was better than me. And also, he sort of fed me some information. At least he tried to feed me some information that wasn't really true. So, like, I'm pretty sure he told some lies. Like, I could tell. Like that, you know, mahogany fretboard thing. But okay, you know, I have the conversation with him. He's telling me some useful stuff. Like, sometimes he was nice, but it was definitely, you know, he was telling me things, and it wasn't really a conversation. He was telling me things, and I was just like, oh yeah, okay. We talked for a while, and then my mom shows up, and she signals me quietly. You're like, we have to go. And like, I'm still talking to him because I don't want to be rude to him. And it's just like, I finally say, okay, you know, I have to go, thanks for the information. And he's just like, oh yeah, cool. And he says, like, I'm a guitar teacher, I've been playing for 5 years, you need to email me if you want to learn about me or go on my YouTube channel. And, you know, he let out this, like, really false, well, not false, sorry, artificial, like, almost scripted, like, outro to himself. And then he hands me, as he's saying that, he hands me a business card. Like, what kind of 14-year-old kid carries around business cards for himself? Like, my mom and I were like, what the hell, this guy's, like, 14, and he's handing out, like, business cards. And on the business card was, like, oh, like, his YouTube channel, and his email, and, like, he said, oh yeah, I'm the leader of this band, and other stuff. And I don't know, he just seemed very, he was definitely very full of himself. I mean, if you're full enough of yourself to carry around business cards, but then you don't actually have a business. He'd been playing, I looked him up on YouTube, apparently, and he's been playing since he was like 9 years old or something, playing for 5 years. And I mean, he seemed pretty good at guitar, I guess. I don't think that playing for 5 years though was enough qualification to be a guitar teacher, because he said that he was a guitar teacher, and I was like, yeah, okay, you're 14, like who like, I mean, sure, you're really good at guitar, you're really good at playing the instrument, but just because you're good at playing it does not mean you're qualified to be a teacher. Like, you need to know a lot more than that. But yeah, the moral of the story, I guess, you know, if some weird guy in a tank top tells you that he wants to teach you guitar, or if he tries to tell you information, just keep in mind, he does not care about you. He just wants to show that he's better than you. Okay, man? Oh, and I didn't mention this, but he was wearing one of those tank tops, you know, that you wear under your shirt. I'm pretty sure I already mentioned that. But it was so tight on him that you could actually see, like, the imprints of his nipples. And, like, I don't want to go into detail, but a very strange guy, you know. Like, I don't know. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. It was definitely a detour from what I usually do on this channel. But, you know, I just wanted to try something new. So, if you like these stories, then please tell me, and maybe I'll do another one. I don't know. And another one. And another one. Okay, enough of the dead memes. But, bye. Have a nice day.